Welcome. I thought I'd do another session with the my blue-white control deck here. So this one is sort of built around temporary lockdown. I mean, well, this is I got 4 copies of this card, and I thought it's a pretty good cheap sweeper against aggro decks. I've also got a couple of Depopulates, a couple of Farewells, the usual card draw. Couple of Devious Cover-Ups to recycle the deck, and at the top end we have a Hullbreaker Horror to close the game out, basically. There's one Wandering Emperor in there, so there's only a couple of win conditions, really. And we'll give this a try, Investor 1. And got that all-important life gain card as well, for 3 mana. Running, I think 3 2-mana removal spells. So we're maybe a little bit weak early on. Yeah, Union of the Third Path was the one I was thinking of. So this is a typical 2-lander. We've got 27 land in the deck. This is a great hand if we draw a land, but I think we keep it because we're going second. We've got that extra draw phase, so that might be enough. And we are against red. Okay. Well, praise be, we actually have a 3rd land. Now, there are options. We could Soul Partition the chicken, if we want. Or we could just hold it an extra card in the hand, so we get 1 extra life from Union of the Third Path. Okay, my turn. Another Phoenix Chick. Uh, 5 damage. Alright, let it through. And our Union of the Third Path. So you draw and then you gain life, so it should gain 7 life. That's good. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and play this tap land. Because I can definitely see the more land the better in this kind of deck. We've got Silver Scrutinies, which draw X. We're not at the stage yet where we want to discard. Cycle lands. Okay, Union of the Third Path again. Okay, cool. Now we want to look for our sweeper spells. We can wait till the end of his turn to do that. We could do a 3-point Silver Scrutiny as well. If we have to use Negate for some reason, we can still do Faithful Mending. See what he does. Land. Okay, my turn. Okay, we'll do the 3-point Silver Scrutiny. Okay, good. Some more land. We'd like to see that. I think now we can ditch land with Faithful Mending, or we could dig. Well, this gets me 2 life. Only costs 2 mana, and then I'll have 4 mana for a Depopulate potentially. So I think this is a good move. There's the temporary lockdown. Okay, we'll get rid of our pain lands, and we'll play the temporary lockdown, which should get everything. Whoosh. Okay. Okay, we're going to Memory Deluge. We're going to look for a Hullbreaker Horror to try and win the game. Okay, that's fine. Farewell is quite useful. Okay, yeah. Have an ulterior motive. I do have a white blue spells quest, so I'm going to try and do that as well. Yes, we need a few more white blue spells. 4 more. Okay, we have the lockdown in the opening hand. So we should be pretty safe against aggro. Do have a couple of tap lands early on. We'll play the island next turn, obviously, and we'll have Negate mana up. It's black. Okay. So these decks have some more expensive threats, like Sheoldred, which can be quite scary. Okay, he resolves. Now I could Faithful Mending here. It is, yeah, draw 2, then discard 2. So I think that's reasonable. We get use out of this from the graveyard, so I'm going to drop the Deluge. Negate might be very useful. Do I drop the Raffine's Tower? Because I kind of like my cards. Negate might be useful to stop his Invoke Despair. So I'm gonna drop those. Okay. Right, we get Deserted Beach, and now we've got, yeah, we're on the Union of we're on the 3rd path, so we are gonna just ignore damage a little bit for a while. There's a Bank Buster. That gets hit by my lockdown. Okay, we could just chuck out a lockdown here. We could try and hit a... Yeah, let's try and hit a land drop. Let's do another union. We made a land drop. Excellent. And then when he gets to... So he's probably shouldered this turn, Invoke Despair the next turn. Oh, it's an Obliterator. Well, hopefully he's not going to figure out a way to make me... I mean, you could have attacked with... You could have crewed with a Obliterator, couldn't you? Yeah. So, Obliterator, yeah. Now, we might want to hold up mana for Negate, because he could have Invoke Despair, and then that's... He draws 3, I lose 6 life. That's not very nice. So, I think I'll have to do that. I'm going to take a horrendous amount of damage. But you could do a 2-point Silver Scrutiny as well. If we have to negate, we can still do a Faithful Mending. Okay, let's pass. He's not attacking with this, which is really interesting. Okay, so Nakiba Reckoner raid. I did not expect that. Okay, we'll do a 2-point Silver Scrutiny in that case. Oof. Oh yeah, that's why you don't attack with the Obliterator, because I have Wandering Emperor. I remember. The cool thing now, we can temporary lockdown, get a 3 for 1, and still have Negate mana up. For the inevitable Invoke Despair. He can draw a card off his Bankbuster. Liliana can make me discard cards. Do we care? No.
A fight? And you think you can win?
Alright. Let's cast Faithful Mending in response. There's my land drop. That's important. Let's discard Memory Deluge, because we can play that from the graveyard. And we'll discard a temporary lockdown. We've got to discard something else, but
we all have things we
never mind. We need the negate. I kind of want to keep this land. I want to keep the Wandering Emperor. Union of the Third Path. I don't think we have to get too many life points at this point. Another negate, that's fantastic. And so we've got our 6 mana. We can just Wandering Emperor here and take out the dude.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide the war. You're done.
Yeah, maybe it was a bad idea not negating Sheoldred's Edict. Sheoldred's Edict. Could negate it. Do we want to keep every negate? I think I've got to discard a card, so maybe I'll just discard a Negate. Because I want to keep a Silver Scrutiny.
Don't overthink things.
Yeah, maybe this keeping Liliana was a mistake because he can just discard every cut down in his deck. Okay, we want to play this land. We are going to... Right, he could definitely get me here. He's got to make me discard a card first. And then he could hit me with Invoke Despair. Obviously, I want to play Silver Scrutiny for 3. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to do Silver Scrutiny for 3. And if he's got Invoke Despair, then that's well played, I think.
I'm tired of your secrets.
I think now I've got enough land. I can discard this land. We're lucky. He did not have Invoke Despair. Okay. Another land though. That's good. Right. Yep. So 3 points Silver Scrutiny, and we still have Negate mana up. Oh wait. Yeah, Liliana, there is a problem with Liliana. She has an ultimate that I have not paid attention to. Yeah, yeah. Definitely should have negated this earlier, because I have no pressure to get rid of this guy. Otherwise...
I have bigger dreams. This isn't how things were supposed to go.
Oh, that's fair enough. I think we're going to Silver Scrutiny for 3 in response to that. So we're about to lose half our lands, which isn't great. Okay. Let's resolve that. Let's see. So...
Tough choice.
Do I want to keep land or temporary lockdown is going to be the question here. But you can see the mono black deck is a bit more challenging than the mono red deck. I'm kind of set up to beat mono red, but mono black has got a variety of threats going on. Yeah, I definitely did not think about this. Yeah, I'm going to keep the lands, please. Oh. I clicked on the wrong one. I did not read that properly. You got to read that carefully. Yeah. Pick the right one to sacrifice. Okay, we'll have ourselves a tap land because he's just out of control at the moment. We won't be able to stop that guy with an Eiganjo. Dead pretty quickly, as it turns out. card draw options. We've got Faithful Mending. We've also got, this draws one card and gets me some life. Okay, sure. 7/7. It's a bank buster. Yeah, we'll resolve that. That's fine. Not attacking because I might have a Wandering Emperor. I like it. Okay, but instead we do have a Depopulate. I'd rather cast that when I have 6 mana available, so I can still negate the Invoke Despair. That's my reasoning. Okay, Underdog from the graveyard. I think you can definitely discard one Devious Cover-Up. Actually, why not just Memory Deluge? That's probably the best option. We'll Memory Deluge for another Deluge, that's fine. We'll take a Plains, that's fine. Got our land drop. Okay, so we can depopulate and keep up negate mana. If he suddenly decides to get brave and start attacking. Okay, Shieldred. That's not good. Liliana will have to negate after I lost experience. Maybe he's not running Invoke Despair, it seems far-fetched. Yeah, he's drawn a million cards, so we shouldn't be too surprised. We could Memory Deluge in the upkeep here. Yeah, I think that's not such a bad idea. Okay, we found a Depopulate. Do we want a land for next turn or a Faithful Mending? I think we just grab a land for next turn. We've got loads of land now. Okay. So far we're going to take 6 from this Shieldred, potentially 10 from the bank, if he attacks with the bank buster as well. Oh, wait, this guy. 13. If he can crew the bank buster with something else, attack with this, we're going to be dead. Right, oh well. So the reasoning behind casting the Memory Deluge was to try and find a 2-mana removal spell at instant speed for the Shieldred. Okay, well the Bankbuster's not attacking, that's good news. Might get another turn. Okay, doesn't attack with Shieldred, fair enough. Reckon a raid. He's actually, I have drawn more cards than he has still. Okay, my turn. All of these are card draw things, which I'm not too keen on putting cards into Shieldred. So we'll depopulate. We've got Devious Cover-Up mana, which is always nice. That's another point of direct damage. Graveyard Trespasser. Right, so you can blitz this out for 3 damage. Right. That's going to do a point of damage. Okay, let's cover up this guy and put some things back in, like Depopulate. Depopulate. Wandering Emperor is probably a good idea as well. Temporary Lockdown's probably a good idea. Right. My theory is, okay, well, I've messed up because he can do 4 damage with his Bankbuster. He just needs to crew it with his. Anyway, he had another Graveyard Trespasser. So we are very dead at this point. But yeah, sacrificing 6 lands by accident was not ideal, but also not negating the Liliana, I think, was a mistake. Interesting game though. Not played Control against Mono Black. It's definitely an interesting experience. A different experience. We're gonna have a look at the deck. Actually done 2 quests, so that's something. Yeah, we saw how dangerous Liliana can be against a control deck when she gets to ultimate you, and you lose half your lands. So yeah, Temporary Lockdown, definitely a winner in both games there. That got rid of a lot of stuff. Was expecting the Invoke Despair from the Mono Black deck, but it never arrived. But it turns out the 1-drop that can draw cards is pretty good when it's left alone. You can't deal with it. obviously, with a bit more, if I had a bit more mana, I hadn't sacrificed 6 lands that game, I'd have been able to do a bit more. Still, that was quite interesting. Anyway, I think that is a video, so thanks for watching.